When you hear the word pyramid, your brain almost certainly jumps to one very specific place. For centuries, the tombs of the Egyptian pharaohs have dominated our textbooks, our movies, and our overall understanding of the ancient world. But if your goal is to find the country with the highest concentration of these structures anywhere on Earth, you actually have to leave Egypt completely. Our focus on a few famous monuments obscures a geographic truth sitting right across the border. If you travel south, deep into the remote Sahara Desert of Sudan, you will find that the landscape begins to change. Comparing the two nations, Egypt holds roughly 118 to 138 known pyramids, while Sudan's total reaches between 200 and 255. And rather than being spread thinly across the continent, nearly all of these Sudanese structures are concentrated in a single ancient region. This count establishes the region as the world's most prolific site for pyramid construction. These were built by the Kingdom of Kush, a highly advanced and fiercely independent civilization that thrived along the Nile. The Kushites and the Egyptians were neighbors for thousands of years, engaging in a complex cycle of trade, warfare, and cultural exchange. This building explosion reached its peak in the ancient city of Meroe, where dozens of these monuments scatter across the desert plain. But look closely at the architecture. These ruins feature distinct entryways, noticeably smaller bases, and sharp, steep angles. The Kushites developed an aggressive architectural style, using the pyramid form to assert a unique imperial identity. This shows the geometric contrast. On the left, an Egyptian pyramid slopes at 51 degrees, while the Nubian design rises at a sharper 70 degrees. By narrowing the footprint and increasing the slope, builders required less raw material, completing construction much faster. The result is a necropolis that feels crowded. Navigating between these monuments today, they still provide a towering presence over a person on horseback, packed closely together in the sand. Instead of pouring generations of labor into a few massive, isolated structures, the Kushite Empire prioritized volume and density to house their continuous line of royalty. Over the last century, modern tourism and pop culture focused their lenses squarely on the height and mass of the Giza Plateau. As a result, the number of Kushite monuments was largely omitted from mainstream geographic knowledge. This visualization highlights the disparity today. Millions of annual tourists crowd the Egyptian sites, while the remote ruins of Meroe remain isolated and remarkably untouched. Yet the final tally stands firm. With over 200 structures to Egypt's 138, Sudan holds the numerical record for ancient monumental architecture. Our mental maps are often skewed by what's popular. But our planet remains full of surprises, where hundreds of ancient wonders can still hide in plain sight, waiting for us to look just a little further down the map.